Classic Country 100.1 WGLC, joined on the phone by legendary T.G. Sheppard. Good morning, sir.
Legendary? Gosh,
Yeah.
what do I owe for that introduction?
Well, I'll make sure to add it in my bill for you. Tell you, it's great to talk to you. You've got an exciting new project you've been working on and great new music, but let's just go back for a moment for people who aren't familiar with your story. You started out really young, didn't you?
I did. I started out by being a runaway at the age of 15 to chase this dream that God has let me catch, and I was able to catch it thanks to him, and I never looked back. But yeah, I started off very young in the business.
Now, when did you realize that getting into the music business was going to work out for you? Because, running away at a young age made you nervous.
I'm still hoping it does work out. I don't know. I think around 12 or 13, I was turned on by Roy Orbison and Charlie Rich and Johnny Cash and those great singers. And I knew at an early age that I wanted a life in music. So, it started very, very early for me.
And then what is one song that you've written and performed that makes you look back and just be amazed that you were able to capture that magic in that moment?
It's usually the story songs, and we've had a few of those, like Do You Want to Go to Heaven and The Last Cheater's Waltz. In country music, the big hits are the ones that have stories and great melodies, and we've gotten away from that in the last few years. So I've been, Party Time was not necessarily a story song, but it was one of those identifiable hits with us. We've been blessed to have had 21 number one records in our career. I still have to pinch myself.
What do you love more, the songwriting process or the recording process?
I actually I love the recording process, I think, the most, but live performance is the most fulfilling because it's instant gratification when someone applauds what you do. You get that feedback instantly as opposed to a recording studio where you're relating to a red light on a machine. But no, recording is probably more enjoyable than writing.
Now, 40-some years and still going strong. How much fun was it to put together a new album?
Oh, gosh. I was scared, really and truly. I didn't know what my wife, Kelly Lang, great singer-songwriter, she said, it's time you did this album. And I said, I don't know where I fit in. And she said, just go find great songs, and the songs will take you where you're supposed to go and put you where you're supposed to be. So I was very fortunate to have found a lot of great songs that we put on this Midnight in Memphis album. And I might add that anybody who wants to hear it can go anywhere there's music is downloaded. You can go to tgsheppard.com to get our tour schedule. And I hope people will follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. But no, it's just the songs. I was able to find some great songs for this project.
Let's talk about your friendship with Elvis, which really started when you were a teen. Now, it's one thing I ask anyone who was around the King for any period of time, what is the best prank he pulled on you?
Oh, there was a lot of them. Well, not so much pranks. He was a joke teller. I mean, you'd be sitting in a movie theater at the Memphis watching a movie, and all of a sudden you'd feel water all over you. I mean, he would walk up behind you and pour a glass of cold ice water on you, and people ask me all the time. They say, "What do you miss the most about Elvis?" I miss his laugh. He loved to laugh. He had the deepest laugh, but when he was really tickled about something, he laughed forever. But no, he did a lot of fun things, being around him, but it was usually just something that was spontaneous.
Now, you host a radio show of your own playing the music of Elvis. Is there anything new you've discovered about the King, listening to his library of recordings and some of the artists he inspired?
I think, doing my own show on Sirius XM radio every Friday and listening to a lot of his music now, I realize what a great texture he had in his voice. The more I listen to his music and the longer I hear it, the more I appreciate it. And that's what gave him longevity, was there was something magical in the fabric of his voice and the texture of his voice.
Your new album features a couple of songs about the King. and about your time with him, so to speak, or at least your interpretation of those. Are there any other artists who've written songs about Elvis that sort of made an impact with you to make you sort of go back and go, wow, that guy gets it?
I don't know. Walking in Memphis was one of those great songs because they were talking about the jungle room, and there's always those songs that are reminiscent of Elvis, but not one in particular, other than the ones that I put on my new album, Midnight in Memphis. And I might add that the title cut from my album, Midnight in Memphis, was written by my very dear friend Barry Gibb, who has a new album out there doing great. And there's a lot of great songs about. I love the gospel side of Elvis. One of my favorite things to ever hear was when he would sing "How Great Thou Art," and so not any particular artist now.
T.G. Sheppard on the phone with us this morning. The new album is out. It's the first new album in some time for you. What's your website? Where can people find you?
Well, you can go to tgsheppard.com. It's a new website, and I invite you to go there and keep up with our tour schedule, which we're now rolling out for this year. Or you can go and follow me and like me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. I invite people to go there. But it's just great to get back on the road again and do new music. The new song that we just released, matter of fact, this week, is called "I'm a Song," and it was released now because I've lost so many great friends this past year, like Joe Diffie and Kenny Rogers and Charlie Pride and Charlie Daniels, and one of my closest friends, Mac Davis, who went home this year. The song is from the song standpoint that the singer may go on, but the song lives forever. The music goes on when the singer leaves us, and so I hope people enjoy the new single, "I'm a Song."
T.G. Sheppard, thank you so much for joining us. Check out that new album. It's been a pleasure. Don't be a stranger.
I won't. And you got my phone number on the other end there now, so, hey, pick up the phone and call me if there's ever anything you need.
Thank you so much. T.G. Sheppard joining us this morning. It's Classic Country 100.1 WGLC.